So we are going to talk about our purposeful practice number 9, which is sing with your voice. What a delicious practice we're going to talk about tonight. It's really about our gift, the gift that God gives us, the gift that we all have. Each one of us has an individual gift. And so we're going to explore, some of the questions we receive around that practice, as well as how we put it in practice as well ourselves in the last few days, which has been, we've had fun with it. And it just really being open to what will come up. As the practice itself, we know it's an analogy to say sing with your voice. It's really about using our talents. The voice can be, of course, if you are a singer and you have a gift in that area, absolutely go out there and sing. But that's not necessarily what we're meaning here. It's an image. However, for us in particular, this week was all about singing and music, and how things totally are coordinated and orchestrated in our lives. We're just blown away. But really it's about finding what is your gift. We do receive a unique gift, each one of us we have. And unfortunately there's a confusion between the gift that we learn and we become good at, such as a skill at work. For example, someone could say, well, I'm not going to change anything I'm doing because I'm so good at it. But it's maybe a good that has been learned. It's a skill. It's been studied, it's been practiced, and so while it's a good thing that you're good at what you're doing, it may still not be your natural talent. So one of the questions we received, Doug, was how do I know what my gift is? What is my natural talent? And so, do you have an answer for that one?
Sure, and again, many times it's whatever comes easy to us or what we enjoy the most. That's a good starting place when we think about what it is we're good at. So just to compare with what you just said, and that was, is there's things we learn, but that doesn't necessarily mean those are our gifts. So we talk to a lot of people, and they do their job, but they don't have a passion for it. They're very good at what they do, but they don't have a passion for it. So when you begin to think about what it is you're good at, what is it you love to do? And one thing Stephanie and I, we love to teach, we love to share and inspire people, but one thing we love to do is sing. And that is in really sitting down at the piano and actually playing and singing. So that's something we love to do. And really, sometimes it's about finding where that fits in life, and we'll get to that in a moment. But really, if you want to understand what your gift is, start with what do you love to do and what comes easy for you.
Yeah, what do you love to do? Isn't that exciting that we get to do what we love? And then it's funny how things happen as you put it out there. And that was one of the components of the practice this week, was that, okay, now you know what you love to do, but the important thing is to put it out there, to make it a regular practice. Like if for us, for example, being singing, is that, well, if we only sing once a month and it's just the two of us in our home, how can opportunities come our way so that we can use more of that gift, really, right? So I'm going to share with you a little bit later on what happened this weekend. But for the time being, coming back to what you're good at and at work, one experience that I've had personally was I was working in the helicopter skiing industry, which is a fun industry, and I was a marketing and sales director, so I had a lot of time that I was spending with our clients, and I love people. I think those of you who know me personally, I am passionate about people, and I have such compassion and love for really inspiring people. So, I was good. I'm very creative, so I was very good at what I was doing in the sales and marketing area, but that was not necessarily my gift, my natural gift. And so while I was connecting with people and had a chance to inspire them on a regular basis, because I was talking to them and naturally we would have more personal conversations, if I could have stayed in that industry or in a very similar, about tourism and offering my gift of creativity and sales, but because I was not ready to do it, of course, I'm making good money, I have a fun job, and why would I change? I'm good at it. So God actually came to me and had to pull me out of that place. I was not going to do it willingly. So we're going to, talk a little bit even deeper than just the practice itself, is how things will happen, you want it or not, things will happen the way they're supposed to happen. So for me, in my situation, it's basically I hit depression. It was something had to take me out of that place because I was not going to do it willingly. So think about where you're at today in your life, and think about, yes, you may be good, but is it truly your gift? Is this something it's absolutely natural and you're totally crazy, passionately in love with it? You enjoy every single minute. In fact, in the morning you get up and you cannot wait to go to work. Okay, that's where we want to take you. This is where we want to invite you to explore that. And that doesn't mean you need to quit your job today because you realize, oh my God, this is not what I'm experiencing in my body. No, but just open your heart to something new, to something deeper, to something more vibrant for you in your life.
And I think many people lose a sense of that because for some reason when they started out, and a good example is a person who sings. So let's continue with that analogy
Yeah,
for a second.
yeah.
Let's say you're a small child and you step out on the stage and you sing and your voice is way off. I mean, it just is so embarrassing, and someone comes and pulls you off the stage. Can you imagine what goes through that child's heart if they felt, I tried to give something I loved but nobody appreciated and pulled it off? And how we so quickly, the thing we're passionate about, we lose because somebody said something or didn't like it, and we took it personally and we stopped singing. And one of my Facebook updates this week was, I love singing in the shower because it makes me feel like a pro. There's something about the acoustics of the shower that as you're singing, it just sounds so good. At least to me it does.
Yeah, I'm still in the house.
Okay, I forgot about that. But I'm enjoying myself. And what's interesting is that if I can use that feeling when you are so free to sing as if nobody's listening, or to sing as if nobody is trying to stop you from singing, but to sing freely. And many people don't give up their gifts because of that, and then they end up doing other things in life. Like you said, they learn a skill, they learn things and do things for reasons that, for whatever reasons, but sometimes it's because they're afraid to give up their singing voice, whatever it is. So your gift is something you should feel natural and passionate about. And yes, you can learn all these other skills and do other things in life and be good at them, but never be truly happy when you step outside the door of your house. So singing with your voice is really what the inspiration is here.
Yes, and it does take courage because it means stepping outside of your comfort zone. Again, that place, if you're really good at what you're doing at work and then starting something new, it is outside of your comfort zone. It's going to be pushing some of your buttons. I just want to share, Doug, that was so beautiful this weekend. Saturday night we went out and the whole theme wanted to put this purposeful practice as part of our lives. And I think you do know that from us is that if we invite you to do a specific practice, we are committed to actually live it ourselves as well. So on Saturday night we went out to a little cafe in Calgary, and if you haven't been to Kawa Cafe, it's a beautiful place, and every Saturday night they have a jamming session, and it's a really beautiful environment, and great people go there. So here we are sitting at this table, and there's this cute little boy, 5-year-old little boy, that comes and sits right beside me. He's with his dad, and so we connect, say hello and everything, and soon enough I see Dad getting up and he goes up on stage and sing. So I was really pleased to see this, and I started to connect with the little child, and he's telling me he's an actor. And I said, wow, cool. So I continued the conversation, and what do you like to do? Soon enough, I know he loves to dance and he loves to sing. So I said to him, why don't you go and dance and sing there? He said, oh, no, I can't. So a few times I asked him, and finally he said, well, my dad said I should stay here. So I said, okay. So, but look, your dad is having fun, and look, he can sing well, and why don't you go and dance with him or sing with him? So the little boy was really clear that the reason he was not going there is he had been told, you sit there. Now something happened very interesting in my heart at that moment is I realized I was dying to go up there and sing. And I actually wanted to go even before the father of this little child came and went on stage, but I wasn't too sure of the protocol and what was proper and not at that evening. So I sat there and I stayed at my table, and all of a sudden I realized there is somebody also telling me to stay here at the table. but it was my ego. And my ego is simply in the form of fear, because again, I was not sure of the protocol. I was not sure if it was appropriate to go. And I was scared because it's not something I would do or naturally. And so I pushed myself because of the practice. I said, well, if I'm speaking it, I should at least also live it. And what happened was magical, because I stepped out of my comfort zone, picked up the microphone and started to sing. And then soon enough, the next stage was